Welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
So you can shut the fuck up, you punk ass bitch!
Watch your profanity.
Touch it again.
I won't touch anything.
Stop fucking with shit, Joe. God damn it.
I don't want to. I'm not touching anything that no one else has already touched.
He touched me in my no spot, guys.
Yeah, well.
So since Karlo's not here, let's get rowdy.
Heck yeah, man.
No rules.
Saturdays for the
Fuck
boys.
What? Huh?
Start it, bitch.
Start what?
You start the episode.
No, this
you're
is the
starting
Designated Drinkers. My name
job.
is Darian.
Oh, come on. No, you don't get to do that.
Well, he started it.
All right. Well, hi everybody. Just like Tom said, Karlo's on vacation, and you're gonna have the sweet, sultry voice of me, Joe,
Darian,
Nick,
Tom.
This is the Designated Drinkers 1.5. We're the better. We're the better designated drinkers.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you what happened with the intro because we recorded a different one without the 2.0.
We did, and then my laptop lost its hard drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we should
Gotcha.
probably get rid of that 2.0 thing.
Yeah, we could do that.
So we'll do that after we're done recording. and shit.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
just like Karlo starts. In fact, fuck that. I'm not starting how Karlo starts. Fuck that shit.
Okay, let's do
Pussy,
it.
guys. Let's talk about that. No.
Let's talk about pussy. All right, let's do this.
Dude, I'm just saying, like, I think
God.
that considering that we're in Karlo's house alone with nobody here, I kind of want to rub my balls on his pillow.
Let's
I've
fucking
thought
do
about
it.
it. I've thought about it long and hard.
I got you in that. I got you in that state yesterday when they were getting snippy with me, and I was like, "Y'all motherfuckers better chill out, cause I'll be in this house. I'll put my balls on your shit. I'll put my asshole all over your blankets."
your bare ass fart on their
Dude,
pillow so
so-
they get pink eye.
So before I came over here, Nicole's like, "Isn't it gonna be weird being in Karlo's house without them there?" I'm like, "No. Why would it be weird?" And she's like, "Just don't trash the place." I'm like, "Fuck that." I'm like, "I'm gonna trash it and I'm gonna rub my balls on his pillow." And she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
What you should do is wait till they come home their first night, like just get back and they're super tired, and then just send them a picture of you rubbing their balls.
Just so everybody
Karlo's
knows,
As soon as they lay down.
As soon as they lay there.
everybody who listens to the podcast, just so you know, when Karlo comes back and this house is horribly disfigured, that is Tom's girlfriend's fault because she said we couldn't do that. You don't tell the boys what not to do.
We're gonna do it.
I've also found out that I have a really bad tendency that when people tell me not to do something,
gotta fucking do it.
That's when I do it.
Yes.
It's just like when we play video games. Like every time Angelo's like, "All right, guys, we gotta be silent." Tom, I'm like, "Oh, see, there you go. You had to go and do that shit again. Now I'm gonna go in guns a-blazing."
And usually what happens is he'll do that. He'll be like, "Okay, Tom, we got to be stealthy, not just going up into place." He'll be quiet, and then I'll go,
Dude, I do it all the time just to make him mad because there's been a couple of missions where, like when we were playing Ghost Recon,
Yeah.
all the time it would be like, "This mission is stealth only." Tom, I'm like, "Okay, all right. You want to do that?
Start
you
the
wanna do
mission. Take the
that?"
silencer
Fucking,
off.
I do it. All of a sudden, it's just like fucking Unidad all over the place. Just like he's like, "What the fuck?"
"We're supposed to do this stealthy."
I'm like,
motherfucker."
"Oh, I'm sorry. I sometimes I forget. I don't know. I might have Alzheimer's."
Next time he does that, just like halfway through the mission, take the silencer off.
No, I do it right at the beginning. Fuck that shit.
No, like right when he's about to complete it, and just start shooting, and then all the unit
Oh,
just comes
dude.
in and fail the mission.
The best part is he gets so mad too.
It really is a treat to see him get mad on Xbox. It really is a treat.
It is.
It's like a baby's laughter. It's great, except it's him getting pissy with Tom. I think the best night was when we played. What was it? That pirate game with him. We played Sea of Thieves.
Oh, and I left him at the dock.
He left him at the dock, and at one point he got so mad. He's like, "All right, well, I'm done with this game. I'm done with this game." I was like, "Oh my god, don't leave me in this game with him alone."
Dude, he literally he just left the game. He's like,
He did?
Yeah, he shut it off. He's like, "I'm done." I'm like, "I'm coming back for you, Angela." He's like, "Nope." And then he shut the game off and he immediately uninstalled it. He's like, I'm never playing this game ever again. I like fucking with him. because he's one of the harder people to get mad.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him actually mad.
dude, I've gotten him fired up quite a few, like especially when we were playing Madden. Dude, there were a couple of times where like I got him to the point where he was quiet for the rest of the night.
Yeah?
Yeah, like you could ask Joe because I think it was when you were only on.
Yes.
And like I was like, "Why aren't you talking, Angelo? What the fuck's the matter? The score's only 43-10." And he's just like, nothing. And then I'm like, "Oh, he must have forgot to unmute his mic." And he's like, "No, I didn't forget to unmute it." I'm like, "Oh."
He said it so serious. He was like, "No, I didn't forget to do it."
Was that when it was on like Twitch or whatever?
It might have been.
It might
Oh,
have been.
yeah, that would have been
Dude,
awesome.
he got so salty because me and him know how to push each other's buttons because he's done that to me quite a few times.
Oh,
too,
yeah?
where he's made me shut my fucking mouth a couple times.
Oh, God, I wish I would have been there to see that.
I don't know. I haven't ever seen you have your mouth shut, but I have seen you go into like extreme, like
What the fucks?
competitive mode on like New Year's when you went up against Darren and he had the Saints or you had the Saints.
He had the Saints, I
I
had
had the Saints
I
and
had
he
the
was a Patriots.
And
like,
I wasn't trying.
Like Nick, let me set up the scenario for you. So we're at Tom's house, and like most of the party is upstairs, and two people are missing, and it's Tom and Darren.
Oh, you were there too.
Yeah, I went down because I was like, what are they doing? And then like as I'm walking down, I just hear Tom go, "Fuck!" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, what's going on?" And I sit down. He's like, "Fucking bullshit. You see this shit, Joe?" And I look at the score, and I think what was it like 7
Hold
to
on,
like? Well,
wait.
he has the thing,
I think I still have it.
but like it was like a ridiculous.
It was a
score.
blowout.
And like
It
the
was
whole
ho-
time,
Oh my God, hold
Nick,
on.
the game was still going on. It
Oh,
was
I
like
don't think I have it
it was
anymore.
still like mid third quarter, and like Tom, he was just like, "Look at this shit! I can't do anything." Like he got
Nope, I don't
intercepted
got it no
again. He fumbled. He's like, "I can't fucking do shit."
No, he wasn't fumbling. He never
Well,
fumbled.
But
it was
the thing,
interception. And
the thing was though, in the next game, he found out real quick that I wasn't fucking joking about
Yeah.
the Saints in that game.
the Saints just
Yeah.
fucking
Because I beat
slurred.
him with Carolina, and the Saints were like the second
You had
ranked
a
team.
running back as a quarterback.
Oh no, that's right. It was Baltimore. That made it even worse.
It was Baltimore.
I just
remember
ran
that.
all over him with fucking Lamar Jackson.
I remember that.
Dude, he was just. It was so funny because he's like, "I'm gonna play with the Saints just to show you that."
I got too cocky. That's what it was.
I will say this.
I
You,
beat Angelo with them too.
You did.
That second game, he got so mad.
I think the funniest part of that second game was though that you were so hyped because he beat you so bad in the first one. You were like talking all this smack to him, like, "Come on, bitch, come back!" and Darren did this like very docile thing. Is like, "Ah, man, you got me again,
Dude."
And it set you up even worse. You were like,
He's seriously the worst person to talk shit to because literally it's no fun because I'm like, it's not the point of the game. Don't say, "Oh, that was a good pass. Yeah, that was nice. Good job." I'm like, motherfucker, like the point of this game is to talk shit to each other.
I know that, but it got under your skin so bad with
I know it did.
because it would have
It was so good.
a couple times it affected your game.
it got to the point where I wasn't paying attention. I had my headphones on because it was kind of like not a good game. And then like I just hear like Nick, like I just hear Tom's voice like, "Joe, get the fuck off your fucking phone! You better watch this shit." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Watch this shit," and I'm just laughing my ass off. He's like, "Shut the fuck up, Joe! I'm beating the shit out of him."
Dude, it's like that meme where it's the video of the big black guy, and it's like me. I'm not competitive. Also me, and he's just like he throws his hands up in the air and he like hardcore stares down the person that he's playing.
Yeah,
Dude, I do that shit all the time. I'm like, I'm not super competitive, and then I get into a game like Madden, and like all bets are off.
No, man, I know I'm the same way, but I know myself too much. That's why I try not to play competitive.
Joe, I've seen you shut off a Nintendo 64 before.
What can I say, bro? I've attempted. I haven't.
No,
The highest of
you
fives.
shut it off when you were playing Mario Party.
Which game was this?
It was Mario Party.
I
No.
mean,
Who was I
if
playing
it
with?
got shut off, it doesn't count.
I think it was against Ashley, Karlo, and Mike. We were down here in the basement, and you were like, "This is fucking bullshit," and you walked over and you shut it off.
I think I remember this game. Me and Ashley were losing really bad, and Mike was doing that stupid like fucking bullshit where he's just too fucking lucky because he jerked off a leprechaun or some shit, and like he was getting all these fucking stars, and then like they were giving him stars, and I was just like, "I'm gonna fucking do it if he gets one more," and then like Ashley nudges him like, "Do it," And I was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. And then Karlo got pissed. He's like, what the fuck, man? I was gonna come back.
I could not imagine
You weren't going
Karlo.
to come back, bro. No one was going to come back from that.
I could just imagine how pissed Karlo would have got.
Yeah, man. I will say this. I was playing a card game with them a while back. And this is my thing. I'm competitive, and I hate when I'm losing. And it's one of those losses where it's taking forever. Because you out there, you don't know, but our friend Michael is a virtual slug. He's just the slowest person. It's like playing with a sloth who has like actual like human emotions. Like you'll play with him, and you're like, you're losing.
Call him a sloth with human emotion.
He might as well be a sloth. But like you'll play with him, and like you'll know. I don't know if this happens to you guys when you're playing something and you have some sense of competitiveness to you, where like someone is playing with you, and the loss takes way too long. You're just like, I just want this to be over. I don't care if I lost, but just do it, bitch.
Dude, what if it was like that while you were having sex? Like, you were just such a competitive person that it was like, I'm going to come first. Like, I'm going to fucking come so quick that you're not going to be able to do anything.
See, my thought when you said that though is it'd be the opposite. Like you would be
wanna
having
be
sex
last.
with her, yeah, and like
no.
eye to eye, you'd be like, "You gonna fucking come yet, bitch? I'm not coming. I'm not fucking coming. You see me? Psych out, bitch."
No, man, if you ain't first, you're last, you know?
I guess.
You got
Exactly.
you got to fucking finish first.
Okay.
No, you don't want to finish first.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
you do.
No.
If you ain't
Come
first,
on,
you're
man.
last.
Come on, Nick.
Not
How do
in
you think you
sex.
got that baby?
Not in sex. It's because I finished first.
Exactly.
I didn't win.
She won. Somebody won. Wait, so does that mean when you like climax, you're like high five? Wouldn't that have been some shit? It's like, yeah. You're like, no, yeah. But you guys had a planned pregnancy though. Like you guys.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
trying.
we planned it. Yeah.
Yeah, every pregnancy is planned.
I mean,
Because when I was working,
Nobody plans a pregnancy.
Nobody.
Because working at a dead end job when I'm under 30.
Oh my God,
What
you
I
just
really
triggered
want to
him.
have is a baby.
well, see now all I want to do is just like.
Because I'm in
sit
a
up-
1-bedroom apartment. That my life is complete.
Dude, you just
Guys.
triggered Nick.
Guys, do you want to set up the scenario of him and his wife having sex that night? So he got home, right? And then like he go. We put on some Neo. He's like, "Baby's getting on." Ooh, ooh. Oh wait, he's pretty old, so he probably wasn't listening to Neo. You're probably
This
listening
is Boyz
to
II Men.
Oh yeah,
Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you know what? Nick looks like he's a pretty.
This is Frank
pretty-
Sinatra.
He's a pretty gangster sugar daddy. Maybe he was playing "Pregnant" by R. Kelly.
Oh my God.
Girl, I wanna get you pregnant. You gotta
And-
sing it in like in the way that people spell it.
And then
Girl, I
four-
wanna get you pregnant.
And then 4 strokes later, Little Easton was created.
Yep, that's right.
I'm
Dude,
so sorry.
When
Right.
when your son asks you how babies are made, you should literally just say, "Well, you see, son, in 4 strokes, that is how the semen is released into the female vaginal canal."
4 strokes.
4 strokes.
Give the man some dignity. It
I
was
mean,
4.5.
you're not a 2-pump chump, Nick. It's 4 strokes.
I'm at least 4.5, man.
No,
4.5.
no. Then you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
be part of the 4-stroke gang,
I didn't know I was invited.
dude. If you buy an Xbox One, play Red Dead Online, you're part of the 4-stroke gang.
Yeah, but see, I don't want that reputation.
Why,
That I can get off in 4 strokes?
dude? It's a sweet gang, though. You witnessed one of the main members today when I was playing it when you got here.
I know, but I feel like he's trying to compensate.
No, it's
He's
more.
killing
I
everybody
feel like
because
it
he...
is too.
Yeah.
Dude, if I was trying to compensate, I would have bought one of those big trucks in the game. You know?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's no
yes,
trucks.
there's big trucks in
Yeah,
Red Dead.
the wagon, the big wagon. I would have
You
bought a
said
big
truck.
wagon.
You
Yeah,
said
it's a truck.
It's not a truck.
It's a truck back in that
It's
time.
not John. No.
Yeah.
Think about it.
How do you
like,
figure?
If you can actually
What did they
get
use it for?
Okay, you got me.
Okay,
there.
exactly. It's a truck.
But honestly, if you can get off in 4 strokes, then you can't ever wear any tight jeans. You go wear very
That's
loose
what you
jeans.
think of?
You get off.
Why would you
just
want
walking
to wear
down the street?
Why would you want to wear tight jeans in the first place?
Not that tight, but I'm just saying.
Nick, you trying to tell us something?
No.
Are you a cross-dresser?
What?
How did you connect that to tight jeans?
Because he doesn't
And
wear
I'm not
man
a-
pants.
I mean, these
You're
are,
lucky he doesn't
these are-
wear dad jeans.
Dude, I I would wear dad jeans.
I fucking wouldn't.
Nobody's stopping you from
I'm
wearing
just
dad
saying.
jeans now.
I'm sure that they're probably pretty comfortable.
What are dad jeans?
You've never.
I don't know what.
I don't
dad
know what
jeans
you
even-
consider dad jeans though. But
Are those just
Like
the
the
relaxed
ma-
fit straight legs?
Like straight up Walmart jeans that are like actually fit to like every inch of your legs
no.
and lower half.
I've never seen a dad wear those.
Yeah,
No,
I just wear Levi boot cut. It's comfortable.
I like the stretchy jeans.
everybody knows.
Oh, the stretchy jeans are the best.
Dude,
It's
Dude,
best
they're
invention
amazing.
I
ever
fucking
made.
got Tom's hooked on them.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I told you way back at one of Karlo's parties.
I started buying them when they came out with Levi.
They don't shred. Like the knees don't tear now.
That's
they're
because you don't
elastic.
work enough.
I work every day.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I've ripped through some jeans.
So have I. But these new elastic ones, you don't have to.
No, I mean even those.
Oh.
I've bought a pair for work, and they're not that great for work.
I don't install piping, so.
Yeah.
We know.
Well, neither does he.
Technically,
Neither
both
does he.
technically both of you install more pipe than I do because both of you have a kid. So,
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess that doesn't mean that you install more pipe than me, but it means that you at least installed pipe once.
We know how to plug pipes.
Exactly.
Slightly fill them.
I mean, plug them up enough to get a kid out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, we're right. You're wrong.
You're pull-out king.
Exactly.
You're pull-out king junior.
Why am I King Jr.? I'm older.
Yeah, but he had his kid
I
first.
came first.
literally, literally and figuratively. I mean, I don't know if he was
Touche,
trying to
touche.
set that up or if it just accidentally slipped out, but it didn't. It definitely didn't accidentally slip out
Yeah.
during
Yeah, I didn't.
the conception of his daughter.
It slipped in too long.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Now I have a question. So, when you guys knocked up your wife and future wife to be, was it like one of those things where like you were like, "Oh fuck, no," or was it like, "Okay, I don't think that I came." Like, how did that work?
Yeah, I think it was more of like, you're like, okay. And then you pull out and you like finish again. But it was like, it was
What?
it was one of those big loads where it like gives you that insta shot. And then you pull out and then you do the rest.
He got like he dribbled a little bit, and he was like, "I'm not," and then he got out.
How much fucking pineapple juice are you drinking, bro? Jesus
yeah.
Christ, that's a big ass load. If you dump some inside and then you pull out and you still dump more,
So what? When you come, do you
God
just,
damn,
when it happens, you just splurt once and you're done?
dude, I freaking lose all my shit in one shot.
You
Do you
lose
really?
all. It
Yeah.
takes me at least 2 to 3 to
Dude,
get done.
mine's like a.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like a gun. I'm not saying like
Yeah,
I'm-
that's what you
that's
said.
No. I'm
One
talking
shot.
about. I thought that you were talking
I got
about
a nice
like
big
it
old
was
cannon.
separate, like where you bust and then like you pull out and you bust again.
Yeah.
No, it's like okay. When
Now
you,
I'm fucking confused.
So
All right,
when
So-
you go get off, it's like splurt, splurt, splurt. You're done.
Yeah.
What you just
Yeah.
said was you splurt and you're done.
but from the way that you guys were describing it, it sounded like he busted inside of her, and then when he pulled out, he busted again.
His initial
Exactly.
first shot went off inside her. He pulled out, and the rest.
You gotta
his
be
2
quicker
other
than that.
shots came out.
When you busted the nut, did that dude with the fishing pole pop up in the corner of your room? He was like, "You gotta be
I got
quicker
your
than
dollar."
that."
Jesus Christ! No, mine was more like, you haven't got pregnant in the past. What's gonna happen now?
That's how you live your
It was.
life.
I was fucking drunk.
You know,
that was
That's
one
how
night.
you live your.
Every single day you talk to me, no offense, I realize more and more why you have a kid and question why you don't have more.
No, okay. We've
No,
had
okay,
we've
bro.
had no. We had scares in the past, and I figured since I was drunk when
Hold
we
the
had sex,
fucking phone.
we're like, okay, we're probably okay because we've had like about a whole shitload of scares.
Dude,
It's
I
been
just-
almost 100 episodes.
If I'm that worried about it, I just crank it.
It
at
has
the
been
end.
almost
I'm not
100.
risking
It's
that.
it's been almost
No.
100 episodes, and I think we finally the debate that was maybe episode 5 or whatever.
Who
Where
came
you're
first,
like,
Nicole or Darian? It was definitely.
where you
Darian.
said you were the pull-out king. I think you have completely redacted that statement. You said you had mishaps like this before.
So wait, you just leave it in?
I left it in that one time.
You made it sound like it was more than one time.
We've had scares of where she would miss her period, and we don't know if that.
Well, that happens to everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what the scares were.
Okay,
Oh
my
shit,
bad.
she missed her period. Is she pregnant?
Okay, I thought that you meant like you.
Oh, I've
you were
left
just,
it. I just leave it in.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like, oh,
no.
yeah.
you're like, let's play some fucking dice, baby. Just roll that shit inside there. It's like sitting in a dark alley rolling dice with a hobo, man. You don't know what the fuck you're gonna
So
get.
if you guys, I want to know something. This question came to mind before you two because you guys have babies. But like if your conscience went back in time, knew that you were gonna get pregnant that day,
Would you do it?
like in your mid-sex moment, like your conscience goes back mid-sex moment, right when you climax, would you just accept it and go in deeper and just be like, I just can't, or would you like just stay the way you did it?
Dude, that's a good question. Would you even try to pull out if you knew that you were gonna have the kid?
Oh, that no.
No.
Why the hell would I
No.
want to pull out?
Do you want more kids or do you want a vasectomy?
Of course I want more kids.
Do you?
I don't want him to grow up alone.
How many more do you want?
Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, I say about 2 is ideal, but if a third one happened, okay.
Yeah.
Bro, I think that if I had 3 kids, I think I'd probably just off myself. I don't think I'd be able to deal
You
with
don't
it.
think you can handle 3 kids?
No.
You know what's gonna be
what's
hilarious?
your limit? One or two? Then
I might be able to deal with 2, but
What's gonna be hilarious?
Nicole-
He's gonna come with 4 kids one
He's
time.
going to have
Dude,
like 4 or 5
like
kids.
4.
I'm
like
just
a
saying,
quintuplet or
Nicole's
something like
already on this whole thing with this fucking Shark Doo Doo song because of her nephew.
that. Oh, baby shark. Oh,
And
Jesus Christ.
it fight like every time that I'm
Baby Shark.
around and her nephew is around, that's all you hear is her singing "Baby." I'm like, Nicole, fucking stop. Like I found a video online and it was like Michael Scott from The Office, and it said every time the Baby Shark Doo song comes on, and it was the part of him just going, no, God, please don't. Like, dude, that's gonna be me. I can't stand that little kid shit. It drives me nuts.
I don't let my son watch any of that shit.
If and when I have kids, I'm not letting my kid watch annoying shit.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I don't.
I'll tell you now. Anything gets annoying after hearing it so many times.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
why I
But I
Like-
could deal with fucking Rugrats. I'm not like
my kid watches Magic School Bus.
I could deal with that.
I'll tell you right now, it gets annoying because you're just like, geez, because especially if you sit there, you're just like, I'm just gonna let him watch it, and then at like the 5th or 6th time of hearing it, you're just like, fucking blow my head off.
Does your
Like,
kid watch the Storybots on Netflix?
No, she watches like Super Monsters. She watches.
You should ever watch the Storybots. It's actually really funny.
She watches Lilo and Stitch about 15 times. She watches Hotel Transylvania. Mm-hmm. Coco.
you get one time a month. if I have a
Coco's
kid.
pretty good though.
One
don't-
time
don't
a month
get me
if I have a
wrong.
kid.
Would you guys
Don't give a shit. Cry your head off.
have
Dude.
have you guys
Okay,
or
you
would
will
guys-
understand that you will do anything.
Watch me.
You say that now, okay? Then me and Nick will be sitting back laughing, going like, when you start to do this
He
shit.
just said that he doesn't let his son watch stuff over and over again.
Yeah, but wait till this kid is like. Eventually, you will get to the point. You can ask any parent.
I'm pretty strong-headed. And
Yeah, so was I. And then it's like when they start
my-
whining, and you're just like, "Shut the fuck up."
My kid watches like the same show
yeah, but
all
it's
the
not an
time.
annoying show.
No, but I'm saying like he'll be like on this phase where he's like, I'll be like, "Well, do you want to watch this or do you want to watch this?" And he'll just keep picking the same thing every day.
And then you just change it up. And don't give him a fucking choice.
Oh, exactly.
Like, watch this.
I'm
Fuck you.
gonna love it when you have a kid. I
would you-
seriously
would
will.
you
I'm gonna
guys-
eat popcorn
So
every
am I.
day.
Would you guys?
I'm gonna
or-
put a camera in your house
Would
and
you
just watch
guys-
you flip shit every single day. And I'm gonna be like, this is the fucking best thing I've ever watched.
You know what's gonna happen is one day you're not gonna have a condom, and Darren's gonna be like, "Oh, I got you, bro," and he's gonna give you one, but it's gonna have a whole bunch of holes in it.
Why would I do that? I would never do that.
Because as soon as you come, he's gonna be like, "Nah, you have a baby, bitch." Wouldn't
Dude.
that be some fucked up shit if you did that?
I'll
shit?
let
Still
him do
pull
it
out
on
even with a
himself.
condom.
I'll let him do it himself.
You
It's
think
only
I'm-
99.7%.
You think I'm fucking
effective.
joking?
That's great.
Still pull out with a condom. I don't give a fuck. I ain't taking chances, bro. No. Mm-mm.
I think we're starting to figure out who the real pullout king is over here.
No kids.
Well, my question was, would you guys or have you guys ever like tried to force things on your kids, like shows that you used to watch as kids or whatever? Like, oh, I really like Ninja Turtles. You should watch this show.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you find shows that are like, okay, I can tolerate this.
Mhm.
Essentially, that's what you do.
I show like kids movies that I used to watch when I was a kid. I would show my son and see if he likes it. If he doesn't like it, then I change it. But
Yeah, exactly.
he tends to like a lot of dinosaurs and stuff. So
Dude, you should
and
show him
cars.
Jurassic Park.
My Blu-ray's on the shelf, and he brings it to me
You gotta tighten
literally
it up there,
every
though.
day. And he just like makes like a dinosaur growl, and he like gives it to me to like
Is he
put on.
walking yet?
Oh yeah,
Is he?
he's over a year old.
That doesn't mean that he's walking. I was just asking.
I don't know any. When do kids normally start walking?
They usually start walking
About that age.
Who knows?
like 9 months to a year,
Oh yeah, he's almost a year
or
and a
12
half.
or you know,
Yeah, I was just curious
Year
because I
and a
know
half.
some. I mean, it depends on the kids. Sometimes they start.
Yeah.
A little
Right.
later.
Depends-
sometimes-
also depends on the parents if
Sometimes
they
when you
just
put
wanna
them
pick
down
them
those
up
stairs, they
all
don't
the
finish
time.
walking. But it's a fight or flight scenario, and if they don't make it, that's the way a circle of life.
Did you say you throw him down the stairs?
No, I
I
didn't
would.
say that's barbaric. You make them walk down the stairs to learn how to walk.
I mean, let's look at birds.
That's what we all do.
The moms
We
push the
walk
birds
down-
out of the nest. I mean, obviously, the ones that make it need to make it, and the
They
ones
also
that don't, they
spit
don't.
food in each other's mouth.
yeah, well,
I mean,
hey,
I'm just saying it's similar to
hey,
pushing
if
them
you
down the
can't-
stairs.
If you can't
just
fly,
pushing them out of the nest.
I mean, think about it this way: you give babies mushed carrots. It's the same thing, really.
Not really, because
And
you're
you
not
have to feed
chewing them up.
and you had to feed them.
Yeah, but you're not spitting into their mouth.
Yeah.
I mean,
A bird's
Unless,
a bird. A
unless
baby's
you're
a
R.
baby.
Kelly.
Y'all killing me. Y'all, have you guys seen that already?
oh my god,
Well, he,
yeah.
like,
I've
melted
heard it.
down?
I haven't watched it. I've heard it.
Oh, dude,
Nick,
it's great.
you have you? No.
Dude,
Did you
it's-
know?
Well,
it?
I know everything that's been going on. Yeah,
Dude, he
and I know
lost
the
his
documentary and everything.
He lost his shit in a fucking interview. He's like, y'all are killing me. He's like, I'm just trying to see my kids. And like, he's freaking out and shit. And people have already started making remixes of it on
yeah.
YouTube. The remixes are funny as shit.
That's funny.
They're like R. Kelly's hottest new hit. It's just like him like freaking out with a remix beat in the
Did they
back.
put like a?
They've put like
that
some
shit
of his
called?
old beats and shit behind it. And like,
Nice.
dude, it's
Did they
it's
like
funny.
auto tune his voice or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Are you guys gonna do Battle of the Beers or what?
Yeah, soon enough. We're only at 29.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna go until like 1:30 or something.
What?
We're only at 29.
We usually go for an hour.
Yeah.
Carlo's not here. Stop being a cuck.
He's not here, Darian. We're gonna do
We're
everything.
breaking the rules.
Listen, I already said it. This might last 3 hours. Hey, listener,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Let's not
You
push
definitely
it.
will.
If it
Go
lasts
get
3
yourself
hours, I
another
need to
beer.
go have a smoke.
No, you'll get your smoke break, you fucking narcotic.
I thought that you weren't
I'm
smoking
playing, I'm
anymore.
playing, I'm
What
playing.
Nah, I gave up.
the fuck?
You never called me to go to the vape store, so I just
Okay, hold on a second.
Tom fucked up.
First
okay.
off,
It's okay.
if you want to go to the fucking vape store, why am I calling you?
Because you
Because-
know all of it.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know all of it. You have
I
the
know how to
hectic
go to a
schedule.
gas station, order a pack of Marlboros.
Yeah, but literally, all you got to do is say, "Hey, I want to quit smoking. Let's go. I'll give you a
he
day."
did that, and you
No,
you
he
shit the
didn't.
bed.
He never called me.
Well, he told you
No,
on
I
here.
did text you. I did text you.
Yeah,
I
and
said,
I
hey,
said,
let me know
hey,
if you're available tomorrow.
I said,
and you're
hey.
like, all right, I will. And then you never did.
It's so messed up.
bullshit.
Oh.
Show me the
Wait,
text.
but you don't smoke cigarettes. You smoke the thingy, don't you? That
No, not anymore.
I
He
gave,
fucking
I gave
quit.
up on that
why?
because it's dangerous. Nobody knows what the fuck that thing is.
Wait, hold the fucking. Isn't it the same thing as a cigarette then? If it's dangerous?
No, I know I'm dying of cancer from cigarettes.
Oh, okay, but you don't know what you're.
I don't know
dying
what the fuck I'm dying of.
That's why I've been telling you forever that if you look at this, it has the ingredients on the back of it. Those jewels don't.
You know what you should do?
Well, yeah,
Nick?
don't do Juul.
You know what you
That's
should
what
do,
it
Nick?
was,
Because
yeah.
Where's
Tom-
the message?
Dude, it's
Where's
stopped
the
from-
message?
it's stopped from
Where's the
t-
message?
It's stopped from today.
Where's the
And
message?
you
I
know
must
what?
have deleted it.
You know what? To tell you the
I must
truth,
have
Oh, wait a
deleted it.
second.
those are the excuses. Those are the excuses that an addict makes, Nick. Okay? Oh, I called you and you didn't help me. You know what you could have done? You could have went to YouTube. You could have gotten some hipster guy to be like, "All right, man. So you're starting to vape. Cool shit."
Here's the deal, Nick. I'm on call this week,
All right.
starting Monday.
Are they open at like 8?
8 at night?
Yeah.
It depends on the store.
Some
I don't know.
places.
It varies. So here's the deal. I'm on call this week. The week after, if you really want to, I will go with you.
All right.
But you have to text me and let me know when you want to go.
I mean,
Deal.
you guys could do it when you're on the on-call week, can't you?
No, because I don't know if I'm going to get a call, and if I get a call,
And you
then I
gotta
have to
go wherever you gotta
Well,
go.
yeah, but I mean,
Nick will have like 5 vapes when you get back. Yeah, that's right.
like you could.
It's literally 2 weeks away.
How
He's fine.
long?
That's
Like how many days a week do you really get called? Every day?
Sometimes, yeah,
yeah, man.
it varies.
You don't know.
There's
him.
some weeks that are fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Okay.
The life of a plumber, man. Have you never seen Mario? Look at the shit's happened to him, dude. Fuck
Yeah, his
that.
girl gets taken by some freaking turtle.
Yeah.
Dude, I was
Right.
about ready
He's
to
got to deal
quit
with
the other
mushrooms
day.
and
I'll tell you that fucking much.
The week when
Really?
I'm to the point where I'm about ready to fucking take a job at McDonald's. I'll give you that.
no, you're not.
You fucking think I'm playing. That's how much I hate where I'm working right now.
You know what you
Why
should
don't you just
start?
look for a new plumbing job?
I've been looking.
What,
Go to Butts Plumbing.
Yeah.
You know what you should?
I'll just
do?
create a company called OK Plumbing,
You
just
should
like in Home Alone.
When you get a call, this is what you should do. You should when you get a call, you should dress up as Super Mario and make your plunger have like eyes on it. And be like, what is the problem, motherfucker? I'm here for my coins.
Oh my god, dude, that would be funny as shit if I went to all my calls dressed as Mario.
I would love it if you did that.
dude, that
Do
would be
it.
hilarious,
Fuck
especially
it.
on like the day you're
Do it.
quitting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you decide to put your 2 weeks in on your last day, just show up in freaking Mario shit.
I'm to the point like
That'd be funny.
where
Especially if you get a full mustache.
I'll be honest with you, I've never fucking quit a place. I'm to the point where like I might not even.
You're like
put,
one
I
bad-
might not even put in 2 weeks here when I get a new job.
Right, you'll just come in as Mario. You'll plunge some bitch in the face and be like, "Fuck are you, bitch!"
Like you're like one bad day, and you're just like, fuck it, I'm done.
Oh, I'm past one bad day.
Well, obviously you're not because you're still
Every
there.
day is one bad day.
Well, then obviously you're not hit that one bad day yet.
Yeah, bro, that's because I need fucking money.
Well, then you haven't hit that one bad day yet.
No, I have. I almost quit the other day, but I didn't because
See,
I was
you were
like, oh, hey,
close.
I got fucking bills.
Speaking
So
of
you were
bad
close
day,
of having that one bad.
No, motherfucker, I have bills to pay. I can't just quit.
I mean you can and
Oh my
just
God.
start a new
Speaking
job.
of bad days, somebody's about to have a bad day today because we're about to play Battle of the Beers.
Welcome to Battle of the Beers. Today, it's Joe against Darian, the cuck.
I feel like after what just happened,
Darian, you're not supposed to be listening. Shut the fuck up.
I think after what just happened, I think I'm gonna run away with this. I don't even have to.
All right. So, anyways, today's topic is going to be: are college athletes free labor or not?
And you know what? I think it's actually going to be a pretty heated debate this time because that's a hot topic nowadays.
I agree. And so, Joe currently has the topic of they are free labor, and
Yep.
Darian will be arguing they are not free labor, but he is currently upstairs right now because he has a cuck. So, anyways, Darian, go in the fucking living room. Jesus Christ. All right. So, anyways, Joe, we're going to get the timer set up. I completely forgot to do that, so that's my bad.
You're fine, man.
So, go on and...
So Joe's limbering up. He's getting ready for the topic here.
I'm gonna try something new.
All right.
I thought about this a while ago. This was gonna happen during my argument. At one point, you guys are gonna tell me to drink, and I have to drink my beer at that moment. So I'll make the argument. You go, Joe, drink, and then I'll drink.
You know how we talked about
And
the
then
fact that
continue
Joe thinks that he's not competitive?
Yeah.
He's really mad that you can out-chug beer compared to him.
Well, that sucks.
See, but here's the great thing about it is,
And you'll never beat me.
I don't care. That
Oh, shit! There's
But
been a
here's the
live
thing.
challenge on the
But here's-
podcast.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Nick. I don't care because if I were to beat you, they would say that I chuck dicks, and I'm okay with not having
You know
that
what?
title.
You know what I think we need to do it after Battle of the Beers. I think that we need to have another contest.
A beer battle.
It won't amount to
I've-
anything. He will
Joe,
beat
how do
me.
you know?
I guess we'll see.
I feel like we should do it. All right.
All right. I
So,
do
anyways,
respect the man though, but keep going.
I mean, I don't because you
Well, we
know,
didn't
he
do it live on the
chugs a
podcast
lot of
last
dicks,
time, so.
We'll do it.
All right. So, anyways, like you guys know, the name of the game is Joe has 69 seconds to completely chug his beer and make his point that athletes are free labor. Starting now.
So our athletes are free labor because the first thing people will point at is, but they actually, like they get free education. But if you think about it, if student athletes were getting, if they were getting paid, it would be better for them because education is whatever. They're going to at some point leave that place, and
Drink.
most of them.
And there he goes. He's off.
He's chugging.
He's taking it.
He's
He's
chugging.
taking it like a big black one. I tell you what. And it's
Oh, it's
going.
down.
Wow. All right, there he goes.
That's not the case, though. If you think about it, coaches, training staff, they get paid millions of dollars, and these poor kids get paid nothing. They put in all this work. They could get injured. They could lose a leg. Not lose a leg, but break a leg. And they don't get any sense of compensation from it. They're putting all this work in to try to get to a better place in their lives, and they have nothing to show for it. And another thing is, to get to some colleges, people pay them anyways. So why are you paying them under the table when you could be paying them, in front, right on the open, and it'd be better for them? They're losing their time. They're losing their age when they could be doing something better for themselves, and they're not.
Time.
Oh man, I don't know.
I actually do. I see where Joe was coming from. I think he had a solid thought process behind it, but I also was very impressed that he was able to drink on command without even skipping a beat.
I do agree. He got right back into the topic. I mean, he made quite a few valid points.
He did.
I'm very impressed by how much he knows about this topic, actually.
Yeah, me too. I actually wish I could have branched off of what he was saying. Like, at first I didn't agree with his topic, but he completely swayed me within a matter of seconds. I'm not going to say that I have my mind made up for the next argument, but this was a very convincing argument.
I was going to say, this was a
point.
very good argument. Mm-hmm. All right, so our contestant Joe is going to go up and grab our next cuck contestant, Darian.
That's right.
I don't know, man. I think that this is going to be a tight match.
I think it might be a tight match, but just in my own thoughts and processes, just going off of what Joe said, all of the other coaches and all the other crew members and staff, they get paid.
At the same point, though, they are getting a free scholarship.
They are. They are. And that can cost tens of twenties of thirties of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it can.
So, I mean, considering that, that's their compensation. And they're also getting TV time, depending on the school.
True that. Well, let's see what our next contestant, Darian, has to say about this topic.
Hold on.
As he pours his beer.
He's pouring it into the glass right now. It's nice and foamy.
Mm-hmm. Look at that hops.
So, Darian, you know the rules. You have 69 seconds to completely drink your beer and make your point.
Hold on. I'm going to stand up for this.
Yeah, you're good.
And he's pushing in his chair, he's putting his headphones on, and he's prepared.
So, just so you are aware, you are doing the point that they are not free labor.
That they should not be free labor.
Yes.
So they're not getting, I'm arguing, I just want to confirm, they should not be getting paid, period.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
And he's starting off with the beer.
It's going down pretty quick. Oh, that was impressive.
Wow, that was very impressive. It's
All right.
down.
They're not free labor. Because they're already going to school. They're already spending their time. And a lot of them already getting full scholarships to go to this. So they knew what they were getting into from the get-go. And they wanted to do this. It's not like they were just picked. They spent their whole high school and probably middle school time practicing and doing all this. And a lot of times, and a lot of the eastern, actually a lot of the western schools, some of them do actually get paid through the school systems. And if you think about it, a lot of the time, a lot of the money that gets made doesn't go into people's pockets. It goes for the upkeep of the stadium. And plus, they also all the athletes get a fresh new pair of sneakers every single time. All the money that gets to this gets paid to Nike and a lot of other places. So yeah, they're getting a lot of free stuff.
That was a hell of an argument as well.
It was. This is actually going to be
tight.
a really, really tough battle. I'm actually kind of worried that this might go into a tie. I'm not 100% sure.
But you know what? Because I honestly... Welcome back, Joe.
I heard the beer.
I'm having a tough time here, Tom, because Joe made plenty of good points. But as little words that Darian said, they were such powerful words that... I couldn't even filter through it. I was just blasted in the face with knowledge.
I think that both of them made a lot of good points. I think that it's going to be difficult just because I kind of see where both of them are coming from.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's just going to be a hard vote.
And it seems like they both kind of knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, nobody was pulling anything out of their asses here.
I was actually kind of surprised.
Yeah.
So why don't we?
Are you getting ready for round 2?
What?
No,
What?
I'm actually I want to enjoy the beer now.
Why don't we go to our judges?
All right.
All right, Nick. You've
Hey,
heard
Tom.
their arguments.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
Well, we'll start with contestant number 1, Joe. The way that he was able to, drink his beer on command, get right back on the horse, and continue on with his argument. He knew what he was talking about. There was no pauses or breaks. But then going to Darian as well, he started off right out of the gate doing the chug. It was just about as fast as Joe, I would say. And then, he took some time to breathe, and then he went into his argument. I would have to say, strictly from a quantity over quality argument, Joe made more points than Darian, though they were both very valid points on both sides. I'd have to go with Joe.
Okay. And now we're gonna go to a commercial break before Tom gives his fucking words in edgewise.
Hey, do you want to be cooler than all your friends? Well, then you should train Gracie Jiu-Jitsu at Hoy's Martial Arts. We've got classes 7 days a week, evening and daytimes available. If you're looking for day classes, we have classes Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday from 10 to 11. On Sunday, the class time is different. It's 10:15 to 11:15, so that you can sleep in. In the evening, Monday and Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. And Tuesday nights from 8 to 9. Friday nights, open mat from 6:15 until 8 o'clock. Check us out on the web, www.clevelandselfdefense.com.
And we're back with the final results of Battle of the Beers for this episode. So, anyways, like I was saying, I do believe that both of them had very, very valid arguments. Darian made some very good points about the fact that they are getting a lot of free merchandise. They're getting scholarships. But Joe also pointed out the fact that a lot of these guys are just getting paid under the table anyways to go and play at these colleges.
False.
That's not false. That's
is.
been proven.
It is the judges say.
Yeah, there's no rebuttals here.
I know. I'm just saying this.
I'll make you go back upstairs again. I don't give a fuck. We going to do this again? Okay. So anyways, as much as I really don't want to make this vote right now because Darian's been pissing me off all fucking night, I have to vote for Darian.
Are you saying we're going to go round 2, like I said?
It depends. Either you guys can go for a tie or... I mean, since we implemented ties, if you guys want to take a tie, that's fine. If not, then we can go to a tiebreaker.
What do you want to do?
And here's my rule for the tiebreaker.
Okay.
If we go into a tiebreaker, me and Nick have to be unanimous.
I like that.
So that means they can keep going.
No. So the tiebreaker is final. So if me and him have to sit here and discuss it for 5 minutes to figure out who the fuck we're voting for to end the tie, that's the end of the match. Or you could just take a tie. It's up to you guys.
It's up to Darian.
It's up to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want to know right now?
Yeah.
No, I can't take a tie. I gotta go balls deep.
I'm gonna go for the tie.
I gotta go hard in the paint.
All right, Nick, what do we want to see? Do we want to see a tiebreaker, or do we want to just give them a tie since they both can't vote unanimously?
I think we should do a tiebreaker. Why not make it exciting?
Okay, I agree.
Go
Tiebreaker it is.
All right.
I'd rather be 0-2.
Should we do a round 2 of the same topic debate, or should we do like a lightning round 30-second?
Do you guys have more information that you can argue on it?
I do.
I don't.
Okay. Why don't we pause, pick a different
So
and we'll have
I'm gonna need a new glass or something to drink out of.
We'll have Darian go first.
Because I'm already. This is like half a beer.
Just go get another beer and pour up
Half
to
of it.
like right here, like right above where it says groomsman. Alrighty, guys. So
Yep.
for our tiebreaker, we are going to be having one of the most ridiculous arguments that I've ever heard of, but we are going to be arguing the fact that which is better, having a ridiculous size cock or a ridiculous sized cock and tiny balls.
Like,
that's good.
Like tiny balls.
Yeah, like raisin sized balls, or having enormous balls with like a little weenie,
like a Vienna sausage.
Yeah, like a Vienna sausage. So Darian is going to be taking the topic of having an enormous cock that you pretty much can't do anything with, and he has to argue the fact of why that would be better than having enormous, large testicles. Are you ready, Darian? Let me get the timer ready.
I am. This is a dumbass topic. But
It is.
I'm gonna pull this shit out of my ass, so I'll probably lose.
Well, you might not want it in your ass because it's a pretty big dick. So, anyways,
Yep.
69 seconds is the name of the game. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
And he's off. He's chugging it real fast.
My God.
There he goes. He's
Must have been
opening the
practicing.
throat. He has been practicing.
Okay, so if I have a freaking horse cock, that is not physically possible. There is a specific section in Pornhub for fucking size queens. That means they fucking want a fucking huge ass dick to tear them asses apart. So I know there's gonna be females out there that wants it. And plus, they don't want to fucking have a kid. So fucking take my raisin size fucking load. So I'm gonna fucking do this shit. I'm gonna try to fuck them and probably at least get the fucking head of my dick fucking wet. So I'm gonna fucking do this shit.
Oh, my God.
He's going for a second one. Oh, hell
Holy
yeah. Look at this
shit.
guy.
So fuck them big balls with. You can't even fucking get his tiny fucking penis in. So you can have his big balls. You can't do nothing with. You might be able to fucking two finger this shit and get a big fucking load. But that's all you're gonna get, ladies. You can take the head of my dick and get fucking stretched and fucking not walk for a week and literally not walk for a week.
Time.
Oh, my God.
That was a different technique. He drank a whole beer and then a half of the rest of the beer that he didn't dump into the cup. He might have just changed the name of the fucking game.
You know what? I think he had a very a convincing argument on that one.
Oh my God, that was mighty impressive. Darian,
I agree.
Can you go get our other contestant?
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know, man. It's that was.
Well,
I didn't understand half of what he said, but I felt
now
compelled to
I
have
think,
an enormous horse cock.
But now I think that we need to start calling him Darian the Shaft.
Darian the Shaft. All right, so now we have our next contestant. His name is Joseph, and he's a little bit of a bitch. So
Yeah, but who's got big balls?
What a dick.
Joe's got big balls because that's what he's going to be arguing for.
Because he's got the biggest balls of them all.
Big balls and a little Vienna sausage. All right, Joe. Let us know when you're ready. Are we doing the same thing where
We're doing a little differently.
Are you just going to drink, or are we telling you when to drink? How
We are going to do that at some point, but what I'm going to do is for the first 9 seconds, I have to finish my beer. If I don't finish my first beer in 9 seconds, I don't touch it until I pour in the other one, and you guys tell me to drink.
That's way too confusing. I have no idea what the fuck.
So
Well,
this
if you
is-
don't finish your first beer in 9 seconds, then your whole argument's invalid because you
fine.
got no balls if you can't do it
Exactly.
in 9
You know
seconds.
what? If I don't finish this first one in 9 seconds,
It's void.
I'll disqualify myself.
Really?
Yes.
So now we're just changing the game completely. Darian drank a beer and a half.
Listen, I feel like I'm going to lose this anyways. I'm going super hard in the paint.
Maybe you should stand up, get some amp.
All right. So,
There you go. Here he
So-
goes.
Joe, your topic is having huge balls and a tiny Vienna sausage, and why that's better than having a huge dick and tiny balls.
Okay.
All right. So let me know when you're ready.
Mom spaghetti, let's go.
On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
And
It's
good
down.
Lord.
It's down.
All right.
All right, so I'd rather have big balls because, first off, if you say you got big balls, and people are like, "Hey, man, what kind of balls you got?" I got big balls. Second of all, I can procreate. This guy can't because he's got little weeby balls. Third, I can actually have sex because I have a penis. And if anything, if my penis is too small, I can get a prosthetic penis. Third, even if I don't want a prosthetic penis, I can go do porn and do what is it, ball hogs. I can be a ball hog and get paid millions of dollars. Don't gotta worry about my penis. Also, I can have a lot of sex because people are gonna look at my balls and they're gonna be like, damn, he's got those big balls. He's gotta have a big ass dick. I'm gonna do this either way. Oh wait, I'll let you guys do this.
Drink.
What else?
Oh my God, he got 2 down.
Also,
2 full beers.
if I have big balls, I can say I have ball cancer and get free marijuana. If my balls are big enough, I can do like South
Time.
Park.
God. I will let you finish what you were saying because he finished what he was saying.
If I have big balls, like South Park, I can jump on my big balls like a bouncy ball.
Wow. I was not expecting this to actually be like a difficult decision. So, Nick, you were in the bathroom when I was explaining this to them. But me and you have to pick a unanimous vote.
Okay.
Would you guys like both of us to leave so you guys
Yes,
can talk about
we
it?
Yeah,
would
that's
like
a good
both of you
idea.
to go upstairs so this way we could discuss it, and we will discuss it live on the podcast so this way the listeners know what we were talking about.
Yep.
They're going out of the room currently. Let's wait until they get upstairs, and we should talk a little bit lower so this way they can hear what we're talking about.
That's fine. I can get right up on the mic here.
All right, me too. So what are you thinking, Nick?
Well, I mean, Darian's argument was pretty good. Sort of.
I feel like Darian's was just a lot of screaming, and
It was a lot of screaming and a lot of drinking.
but Joe made some valid points, and I never thought that I would say that about that argument, but he'd be able to procreate, and he would actually be able to have sex.
Yeah, as long as he has
And
a prosthetic penis.
Even if he couldn't, he could still do other stuff with it.
Right.
With a big giant horse cock, you can't.
Right, except for
And-
horses.
And the thing is Joe even topped Darian while drinking the beers because he chugged 2 full beers. In my personal opinion, I feel like Joe made the better argument and he drank the most.
And honestly, when it comes down to a man versus man argument, you don't say who's got the bigger dick. You say who's got
the
bigger,
bigger
balls.
And Joe definitely pointed that out in this
Yeah,
argument.
he did.
In my opinion, I personally think that Joe is the winner of this round.
I'll have to agree with you on that one, dude.
Alrighty. All right, so we have our winner, and that is
Joe is
Joe,
the winner.
and we will tell him when he comes down here in a minute. All right, guys! That was impressive.
It was impressive on both sides. They both gave valid arguments. They
Dude,
both drank a lot of beer
I can't believe that Joe chugged 2 fucking beers.
in the same amount of time each.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. That was very impressive.
Alrighty, fellas. The listeners already know who the winner is. We have come to a unanimous decision. While both of you made very compelling arguments over one of the stupidest topics we have ever played Battle of the Beers against, our unanimous decision was Joe for this one.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm sorry.
Joe, do you have any words that you want to speak to our
I
audience?
just lost it all.
I just want to say that I think this was the finals. We laid it all on the line. I could have lost in 9 seconds. I've never fucking done it like this. Thank you to everybody who's watching. I'm going to stop now because that's it.
And Joe, just so you are aware, you drank that beer
Yeah.
in 7 seconds. So you and Nick might be competitive at this point. Okay. Your beer chugging was impressive was because you chugged it out of the glass and then you chugged the other half out of the bottle. Mm-hmm. So
For
you
sure.
had
That's
no
harder to do.
airflow behind it,
Right.
which it was impressive. Unfortunately, me and Nick both just felt that Joe made more points.
Yeah, I figured as
Yeah.
much.
That was all it was.
Me and him were even down here talking. We even said I never thought that it would be this difficult to make a decision
such a
over
stupid
this stupid topic.
Right.
Okay, I was just glad the beer wasn't one of the factors of why he won.
No.
No.
It was both performances were impressive. The judges were impressed.
Okay.
It was a good match. It was a clean fight. Unfortunately, Joe ran away with it this time. That's what happens when we go to the tiebreaker.
All right. I feel I wasn't Jewed. I feel if Karlo was here, I would have been Jewed over.
Like you weren't Jewed.
I feel if Karlo was here, I would have been Jewed over.
I don't know if I should cut that out or not. Is that bad?
No, fucking leave it at this point.
I mean,
I feel like it's
With half of the stuff that Darian said on the podcast, if Jude
Yeah.
is the worst thing that he says on the podcast, I think we're okay for today.
yeah, I feel like if someone was like giving you a work in like a job interview and they're like, we can't give this to you because we found you say that you didn't want to get Jude out of something, I would just pop out of existence and be like, this dude literally said he's done cocaine. Why was that not the breaking point? Jude thing a breaking point, bitch. Anyways,
God, I miss cocaine.
Oh my god.
okay, so we did have that.
a hell of a drug.
Do you guys want to talk
It
about
is.
Netflix?
Something other than that.
Netflix?
Okay, yeah. Over the course of the week, I heard that Steven Spielberg is like pushing super hard that he doesn't want Netflix movies included in the Oscars, and I'm kind of like torn halfway because I kind of see his point, but at the same time, it's like kind of not. Like, I mean,
So his point is he says that movies that were made on Netflix should be disqualified from
Yes.
any sort of awards.
from Oscars, pretty much.
Well, I look at it this way. I have Netflix. We all have Netflix. And watching Netflix originals, they have produced some damn good productions.
Agreed.
And just because it's straight to Netflix, that's like almost you could think about it like a Universal Studios movie straight to DVD.
I guess.
Who cares?
Except better.
Who cares who's producing the movie? The fact is, it's a movie with actors, directors, cinematographers, editors, screenwriters, everything, every aspect that goes into making a movie. It just happens to be made through Netflix, which is a company that made their money through a streaming service. But that means that they switched from the streaming service and they're now producing their own stuff. Why not give them an Oscar? If they actually have an artistic piece that's worthy of an
I hear what
Oscar,
you're
then
saying.
it should be.
I hear what you're saying, man, and that's my side of agreeing to it.
So, so here's my thing with it, and I tend to agree with Nick on this because what I think that it is, and I'm going to be honest, how often do you really hear about Steven Spielberg anymore?
I mean, he is a big name.
He is a big name, but
put
how often are you seeing his movies in theaters anymore? How often are
He
you
still
hearing
produces.
about? Yeah, he still produces, but he's not as popular as he was. And what I think that it is there is a lot of content coming out on Netflix that is top quality now.
Oh, yeah.
100% agreed.
A lot of these old producers that are used to the old way of doing things don't realize that people change. So for me, I would rather hear about a movie coming out on Netflix that I actually want to see than go to a movie theater. That's me personally because I don't like going out of the house. So the way that he's looking at it is the Oscars should be more for motion pictures in theaters, I'm assuming. But that's not how it is nowadays because that's why movie theaters are coming out with these passes to get people back into theaters because nobody's going anymore.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Why-
I completely
I
agree.
agree.
Why pay $20 for a date night when you could pay $10 a month to watch as many movies as you want and actually be able to fuck if you want to while you're watching them?
Yeah, the Netflix
You know-
and chill.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's uncalled for because there have been a lot of good movies that have come out on Netflix.
Dude, 100%.
Absolutely.
Joe, what about you?
I gotta say, man, like when you told me about this because I didn't really know about it, the first thing that came to my mind is Steven Spielberg is a huge cuck. I know we've been using that word a lot, but this
That
is
has
like,
been the word of the frickin' year,
He's-
pretty much,
but-
because we've been using it
But
all
I'm
year
sorry,
long.
like he's like a definition of a cuck. It's like Netflix is the new like strong guy, you know, getting his pee-pee wet, and you're just in the background looking and hating. And it's like, I get what you guys are saying. I'm like,
They're not
oh,
calling him over for any action.
They're not calling over for any. It's like, no. We saw your last movie. We saw what you did to Indiana Jones. You stay there, limp dick. And it's like, dude, fuck you. Like everybody starts off somewhere, and more than anything, what pisses me off is like, yeah, I get what you guys are saying in terms of like it's Netflix, and he's talking about a more traditional thing. Everybody has to start off somewhere. Some of
True.
the best movies you could watch are at the film festival. You
Yep.
go to a film festival. It's the same shit.
Yeah, I mean-
not every movie has the same quality. Not every movie has the same money. Not every movie has the same names behind it. If someone puts their heart and soul into something, they actually give a fuck, and they don't just want the money. And I truly believe that a lot of these Netflix products are that way. Like, I watched Maniac. I don't know if you guys seen it with
That's
Jonah
a good
Hill.
ass fucking show.
It's a good show, but it's basically a movie.
See,
It's just a really long one.
I saw parts of it, and
Yeah.
I kind of. It's one of those shows where I guess you have to really pay attention because
You
after
do.
a little bit, I kind of got
You
disinterested
do.
in it.
You do.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I get what Joe was saying. Like,
But, like-
Maniac was pretty good.
But,
I
like-
liked it a lot. I really liked it.
It was, right? And that's what my thing is, like,
Is that the one about the serial killers?
no. It's the one with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone, and they have
Oh yeah. I've been meaning to see that.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. And my thing is, like, if you're gonna have people that put their soul into something, they're committed to getting it right. Why should I only involve big name titles in an award show that is basically popularity most of the time, anyways? You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
even you don't even know if those Netflix shows would get Netflix movies would get the award. They probably won't because they're not going to have the same popularity.
I think it's
True.
mostly him getting mad about not making as
It's
much
'cause he
money
can't-
as he used to.
Yeah, it's because he's not getting his dick wet. And you know
Well,
what? Fuck
I
you,
think-
dude.
I
You're
think-
not
I
good
think-
enough anymore.
honestly-
I think it also
You're
goes-
lazy.
I'm
sorry.
No. As long as you're done, I would like
You
to
can go.
Okay. So I completely agree with one of you. Like where I'm torn 50-50 is like your guys is obviously I'm with you like 110%. But my other thing is like I kind of thought about it a little bit more is like with Netflix you can bypass like the whole screenwriters guild, you can bypass like the head honchos of hey, here's my movie. I like to do this. With Netflix, they'd be like, "You got the money? Okay, here you go." I could only assume. I could be wrong, but I
That's
mean,
probably
like,
right.
No, they actually fully fund stuff
yeah, but I mean,
independently.
But he's
Yeah.
talking about like in terms of
you're
like
you're with Netflix. With Netflix, you can go. You can be like, "I got the money. Here's the finished product. Put it out on Netflix. Let's see how it does." Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they probably do it. I could be wrong, or I could be right. I don't know.
like you're saying they're
But
more,
with like
oh, my bad.
a director and shit like that, you got to go through like a whole bunch of people to be like, okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. You got the rights. You can do this. You can. It's got a good script. You got a good cast. You got a good people to go with you with this. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, why don't they just at the Oscars just give a section to like the streaming services?
Yeah.
So that could include Amazon,
Hulu.
I think
Hulu
that's
movies.
fine.
Like if I guess until we're like I get what you guys are saying. Like
Yeah.
new is always better. Mm-hmm. Like the streaming service has produced top notch shit. I've watched shit on Amazon. I've watched shit on Hulu, and I've watched shit on Netflix that are literally. I'm glad I didn't go to the theaters to watch this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get where you're coming from, but
I can see why he's sticking to his old is like, why not just give a whole new section to streaming service, like direct, like the top director or whatever.
That's a fair
You want me to
compromise.
tell you why?
But
You can go.
because we don't negotiate with terrorists, that's why.
Fuck yeah.
No, but I like
finish. I'm sorry.
Like that is why literally I'm torn 50-50 is like I can see why he's making his thing for it because it's like you got to jump through all these hoops to produce a good ass fucking movie.
Going through the motion picture companies.
9 times out of the 10, he usually does a good movie. From what at least we've seen, I'm not saying we've seen all of Steven Spielberg's movies, but we've seen at least a good majority that were
Good.
Well, but the
pretty good, and we've
I've
also
seen a lot
seen
of them.
some pretty bad.
the thing is with personally, if you ask me, I think that the award shows are fucking stupid. I don't see a point in them.
Yeah.
It's just
I agree
Lately,
with
yeah.
that.
it's just
something.
it's just a way to stroke their fucking ego. But here's my thing with it. If you separate into categories, I don't understand. I mean, I get where you're coming from with it to please people, but the thing is it's all artistic,
Yeah.
and you're literally in the same process. If you don't like the fact that they're doing better than you, maybe see if you can get some kind of contract with them.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
try to better yourself. Don't
beat
get
them,
butt
join
Don't
hurt.
hate. Don't be the hater.
Yeah, don't be a hater because
From what I heard, there's a lot of haters at these things.
well,
Well,
they're
but you
probably
know-
haters
No,
because they're
I'm
getting
just saying.
And
paid.
you know what?
No,
my
from
thing
what
about
I'm
that
just
is?
overheard. I heard on the radio, and this is one of the things I heard.
You know what my thing about that is also too is like that's somebody being on their high horse because they don't have to be haters. They just don't want to be a part of that because they're like, oh, that's beneath us.
They don't want to change.
And it's like,
You know what it is? More than that.
Yeah.
They're cucks.
Well, no, they're old people stuck in their old ways.
That's
Exactly.
And,
That's
and
exactly.
when there's a
That is
new thing
exactly
coming
right.
out,
You're right.
when there's a new thing that comes out,
You're
it's
right.
it's the devil. That's why when Elvis came out, everybody who was listening to big band and
ma-
swing,
ma-
they're like, "This is the devil."
Mama
music.
says
And
it's
then
the
when
devil.
when cable came out, they said, "This is the devil. Look at all this bad stuff on TV."
You're right.
And then when streaming services and internet came out, they're like, "This is evil."
Yeah, we
and
get
now
it.
it's the
But
same
look-
thing.
But look, now
You're
one
right.
of the biggest
It's the same
industries
thing.
in the
You heard it here
world
first.
is
Nick
starting
is
their own
saying-
streams.
Ferks?
You
What's
heard
a
it.
Ferk?
I had a lot of beers.
You mother ferks.
You motherfucker! You heard it here, Ferks. Nick has said it. We're being Jewed out of great movie content.
I didn't say
But
that.
no, but look at it.
didn't
One
say
of the
that.
biggest TV and movie industries is coming onto the bandwagon of streaming service.
Nick, or what is what you're
Disney.
trying to say is that we should locate all the streaming services and put them in one giant camp.
Oh, like I said.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to say, Nick?
Is that what
When
you're
did
trying
I
to say?
ever say that?
You nuts?
Would you guys? This
What are you talking
Let me
about?
ask you guys though. For real. Let me ask you guys.
I never
for real.
said any of this. I'm defending it.
I want to know something. If a product came out called Epsilon, because it would probably call me some like gay name like that. I'm sorry.
Epsilon.
Epsilon.
Isn't there something called Epsilon?
Probably.
I feel
Or-
like that
Or
is-
Eureka. Would you guys?
That's a show.
Would you guys? It's a fine. It's a lot of things. Would you guys buy a program that lets you have Netflix, Hulu, and like 2 or 3 other things for
fuck yeah.
like $30 a month?
Fuck yeah. That's like a cable
guys do
company.
that?
I would first.
That's a cable
I would
company
first
thing.
look into
But
it
you guys
to see
would
if they're
do it.
getting paid.
Let's just do it, guys.
Let's make it.
Yeah, designated. We'll
This
call
is
it-
called
patent.
designated
Just so you
drinkers.
guys know, it is patent and you cannot use it. So fuck
Yep,
you.
we already talked to our lawyers. If you do it, we will sue.
You
The
said
bundle
doo-doo.
package.
So I think now is maybe the time where we
Questions from a Peruvian?
yes, we usually do Ask Reddit,
Good, because I want food. I'm hungry.
but I think
I'm hungry,
tonight
but I also want to beat Joe in
we're
a chugging
switching up.
contest. I don't know if this will work because
why?
remember-
I'm timing it.
I know, but
To
like
see
last
who drinks it faster.
but last time we both put it down within like a hair of a second of each other. So that's not going to pick up on the timer.
I just want to add
Alright,
something
fine.
that I just realized is that
Just
this
fucking-
is a video. This is a voice podcast, so people are just gonna see your reaction to who won.
They're not going to
Who
see
gives a
anything.
fuck?
Okay, that's fine.
All right, fuck it.
We're
Both of
breaking
you.
all the rules.
What
Let's
what
do
you
it.
guys are gonna do is you are going to both drink at the same time, and whoever sets their glass down first wins. Understood? Here's the deal. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god!
I don't even care.
What in the fuck, Nick?
He's just like, I gotta finish this, but Jesus.
Holy
right, bitch.
shit!
That's right, bitch.
Nick is still the undefeated champion. I'm sorry, Joe.
It's okay. You know what? I'm gonna be a cuck right now and be like, he won because I had a different beer.
From
I was not drinking before,
how
and I've drunk more than him.
dude, from how fast you drank during the Battle of the Beers, I thought for sure that you were going to be able to like beat him.
It's okay. You know what? I am gonna put the gauntlet down. I'm done. I'm done being a cuck. I don't care that you guys are gonna make fun of me and say I can deep throat dicks like all day. By the end of this year, by the end of this, fuck it. What's the game we play?
Battle of the Beers.
By the end of this Battle of the Beers, I will fucking beat you. Because I didn't like the way you just said what you just said. I do respect you, and I do like what you do, but fuck that shit. My manhood is on the line. I will beat you by the end of this shit. I will Rocky the fuck out of this.
my God.
I'm gonna come in your face, you fucking cuck.
Wow. Those are some strong words, Nick. How do you feel about this?
I'm just laughing.
Yeah, laugh. Because you might be laughing by the end of this.
Dude, he's not even sweating, bro. I don't think
I'm
he's
not.
afraid.
I don't care.
No,
Don't be afraid.
I'm talking about Nick. I don't think he's scared of you.
I know.
man.
I
I'm
don't
not
care.
Scared?
You know what?
He's fine.
I'm
He's
gonna-
laughing.
I'm gonna give
He's
you-
laughing
I'm gonna
in your
tell-
face, bitch.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little story out there in TV land and in podcast land. There's a man by the name of Apollo Creed. He thought he could take on anybody.
And
He
he
wasn't
died.
sweating an Italian man named Rocky Balboa who could barely speak. And Rocky came in, and he gave him 1-2. And I'll give you 1-2 now. But at the end of all this, I'm gonna knock you out.
So wait, are you comparing yourself to Apollo Creed?
I'm comparing myself to Rocky Balboa, and that black bitch right there is Apollo Creed. You think you've been Jewed? I'm gonna Jew you out of your fucking title, bitch.
But Rocky's Italian.
If you smell what my ass is cooking.
God, I don't want to.
Now
What is
it's
happening
time.
right now?
It's off the rails. Now it's time for Ask a Peruvian.
I was gonna say, do you want to just do it again, or
No. I want you to live in your fucking happiness. I want you to
my
fuck your
God.
wife. I want you to be happy. I want you to think nothing's afraid. You have no problems.
I have none.
I am coming for you.
Wait,
I'm coming for your
wait,
title.
wait. Did you guys seriously blow through that whole 12-pack of Labatt's already?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I'm about to get another Coors Light, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why don't you grab me one too, Joe?
Dude, we might have to buy more beer.
We might. We might. Thank you.
Goddamn rattlesnakes awake!
All right, let's get to the questions
All right.
before you can hardly talk.
No, I'm talking pretty okay right now, am I?
You might
Yeah,
need some
but you're
food.
you're getting all amped
just,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I need to.
You just. Hey, you left the fridge open.
So I'm gonna give you guys. I'm sorry. I'm giving you guys. He gave us several questions. I'm giving you guys the first one right now. I probably won't be able to answer any of these because I've never had sex.
Oh fuck. Oh.
And first question from Ask a Peruvian is.
Wait, is this Ask a Peruvian or Ask a Gay Peruvian?
I mean, they're kind of both the same thing.
Okay,
right?
I just wanted to check.
Yeah. Have you ever thought to bribe a police officer? And if you have, how would you do it?
Have I ever tried to?
Or ever thought
Have
to.
you ever thought? I'm assuming none of you ever tried to bribe. Have you ever thought? And if you have thought, how would you do it?
Well, I've only been pulled over a couple of times, and it was well deserved.
Okay.
So I guess not.
I think for me, if I was to do it, I would just look at him and be like, "Hey, bro, want this big dick?"
Okay.
I would just break it out into tears.
Okay.
And hope he has compassion.
Okay.
I'd show him a little cleavage, probably.
So you guys would prey on his penis. This is the next question. It's pretty quick.
Prey.
Next on Ask a Peruvian. Have you ever had intercourse that involved a dessert? If not, which would you like to use?
Whipped cream.
And you have to explain why.
You have or
Wait.
Oh, I want to. I have not.
If you
but
haven't, yeah.
I want to do whipped cream. I think it'd be
Specify if you
fun.
have or not.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What was the question again?
Have you ever used any kind of dessert during intercourse? And if you haven't, which would you like to use and why?
I have used chocolate syrup and whipped cream. That's about it. And
Oh.
I'm not thinking of anything else.
You know what? Instead of chocolate syrup, like hot fudge, heat it up. I think that'd be great.
it's way too sticky.
Well, it's no more sticky than chocolate syrup. Maybe it is.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think for me,
You can use like Snickers bars.
I think
Would you fuck a girl with a Snickers bar up her ass? That's a Don't answer that.
Oh God!
Okay, hold on. Do you know there's a Snickers bar up there or not?
Or did you discover it?
You unwrap it. This is now Ask a
Oh,
Puerto Rican.
hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Is
No,
this
let me-
not
let me
wrapped?
answer- let me
Is it
answer
not
this
wrapped?
Let him answer, and then Ask a Puerto Rican.
I
will have it.
think for food wise, I would like to use peanut butter.
Okay.
Mostly just because I really like peanut butter.
That could cause a yeast infection if I'm
The
not
con-
mistaken.
the
I'm not
consistencies.
talking about putting it in their vagina.
Well, okay.
He can put it in.
Yeah, but like even
I mean,
putting,
that would be all right because then it, even
Well, I
putting
mean, if they're doing like the happy birthday,
You know-
tastes like peanut butter.
You know what I
Tits
could
and
see you
pussy
doing?
covered
You know what I
and-
could actually see you doing? I could
Nutella?
see you like getting like.
ooh, yes, that's
wait.
the ticket.
Back to peanut butter. I could see you getting a peanut butter jar and then like smashing it into her breast and be like, "Oh no, you got your tit in my peanut butter."
and then you realize that that's how Reese's were made.
yeah, and then you just eat her titty. So now this is Ask a Puerto Rican because I did come up with a very great question. Would you guys? I'm gonna make this more broader. Which candy bar would you guys want to stick up a girl's vagina? or ass?
Reese Fast Break.
Skittles.
What? That's not a
That's
candy
not
bar.
a candy bar. Bro.
It's candy.
He said a candy bar.
Candy
candy
bar.
Yeah, but
said
Skittles
candy
hold
bar.
Bar.
Skittles hold
Bar.
their shape.
Nick, we're already getting Jude out of awards. Don't Jew me out of this question.
Bar.
Fine. Nerds rope.
I'll give him that. I will give him that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
It doesn't melt.
I think
Dude, that makes it better.
a Butterfinger. Because if you haven't had a Butterfinger in a while, you see it and you're just like, man, that sounds like a
You'd
good
be
fucking-
eating everything Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Can I explain why I want? Can I explain why I wanted like Skittles or Nerds rope?
You like the sweet stuff, but yeah, you can go.
Well,
Okay.
no, I'm a
Treasure
chocolate.
hunt?
I'm
Yeah.
a chocolate fan, but if I see melted chocolate surrounding a vagina, that's just gonna look like she smeared her shit.
Dude, that's why you got to eat it before it melts.
You don't think
It's
about
gonna
it. You
melt
just
nearly
dive
instantly.
in.
Not
you
if it's
don't think
frozen.
about it. You dive in.
Okay, well, I guess if you shove a frozen.
Well, you think you're
Snickers
going to be
bar
able
up
to
there.
get a candy bar that hasn't been in the freezer in a vagina?
Well, that's why I picked the Nerds rope. Because I'm like, it's surely gonna
I'm gonna-
melt,
I'm gonna
and
end
then
this-
it's just gonna look
Okay,
like poop.
mine would be a Reese Fast Break because those things are fucking delicious, and I kind of want one.
Yeah,
And now
yeah,
the
that
Puerto
sounds
Rican
good.
will give his opinion. This is for every Puerto Rican out there. If you don't like this is too good to be pass up. A Puerto Rican would do a Kit Kat bar because in the middle of you sticking it in, you go, "Give me a break, give me a break. I wanna bake a piece of that Kit Kat pussy." All right, I think that's the end of the episode, everybody.
Thank you for joining the Designated Drinkers podcast. My name is Tom.
I'm Nick.
Darian.
And this has been Joe.
We are the Designated Drinkers. Keep on drinking.
Okay, bye now.
now.
See you later.
Fuck you, bitch! They wanna twist and shout. Yeah, I've got 6 friends in the fridge to help me out. Oh.
This has been a Fat Lowell's Radio production. To hear more shows like this, go to soundcloud.com/FatLowellsRadio.